Okay, welcome back. Another tripod review, and this one is National Geographic. Now I chose this because this was pretty damn cheap. I had it on Prime Day and it came up to about £27, something like that, travel tripod. And I thought I'd look at it because I looked at the Raleigh one the other week, and I love that, that's fine. But this was a lot cheaper. Still a lot cheaper, it was only half price, so it's still coming out at a good price. But with National Geographic, you think you're going to get good quality. And what I wanted to see was, are you actually getting good quality for your money? Does that name actually mean something? Because, you know what, we all know about these companies that produce this stuff, and it just really isn't up to par. So I wanted to see what this was like. Straight off, nice little drawstring. Hook over the shoulder, that's fine. Obviously branding on the side. Could have probably done without the plastic, save the environment a little bit. After all, it is National Geographic, you think they would have looked at that. So this is aluminium, and I can already feel the weight in it a little bit more. I'll put the specs up on the screen for this. I think it's roughly about the same height as the other one. We've got a hook in the bottom there. It's got a monopod the same. Legs are a little bit stiffer, but obviously we've got Allen keys in there that we can alter that with. And one of these, I think it's this one, pops off for a monopod if you want it. Yep, there you go. We've got various locking positions on the legs as well, so you can almost go flat if you want. And they do provide a separate center column, which basically, instead of having that extendable one that we've got there, so we can drop that down or we can extend it up there as well, we could drop this in its place and just drop that straight into there, which means that we can get lower if we put this as low as we want to the ground. That's quite a nice little touch. What else we've got in here? There's some instructions to tell you how to operate it all. 3 different Allen keys, obviously different sizes, and then we've got different thread mount in there as well, which we've got on the ball cup up here as well. So we've got an Arca plate ball head, and I've got to be honest, it's quite nice. We've got no friction control particularly into that. I'm not expecting great deals at that sort of price. Very fluid on the pan bit, Arca mount as well on the top, and it's got a safety locking mechanism in that as well, which is quite nice. So yes, all in all, not bad. It hasn't got spiky feet. Nope, I was just trying to take them off, that's not coming off. Yeah, is it? Nope, nope, nope. It's got spiky rubber bottom there. So it's got a bit of a spike into that. Nice little bit of gold just on the one accent there, just obviously for their branding, for National Geographic. So what do I think? I'm going to go and test this in the real world because that's where you get to see stuff. But first impressions, considering the price, I think it's a winner. I've got to be honest. I've got to admit I'm not a fan of having branding like that on my stuff because I wouldn't normally go and buy National Geographic stuff, I've got to be honest. But at the same time, it gives you that little bit of quality reassurance because they're not going to stick the name to just any old junk, are they? You'd hope not anyway. Hook, robust hook in terms of size and everything else, not as discreet as the other one. And yeah, that weight might be an issue, so we'll find that out as well. We'll go and play with this and take it out and see what we get. Let's go and have a look. I've been out in the field testing this National Geographic tripod, travel tripod at that. Yeah, so let's find out what I liked and what I didn't like about this. And remember, it's all relative, and I'll explain that at the end. So I'm going to start with some negatives, because there are a few. It's just the way it is. Weight. It's aluminium, it's not carbon fibre. It's going to be a little bit heavy, but it's still light. I've got to be honest, that'll pack away neat, and you get what you pay for. If you're not paying for carbon fibre, you're going to have a little bit of weight. No way about it. The ball head is not brilliant, I've got to be honest, and I think it's because there's no friction in there. I can literally undo that and it'll either jerk around to do it, or you undo it fully, and with the weight on, that's just going to slam down with it on. I need a bit of friction into that. There might be a way to get that in. I don't know, I haven't found it, but it doesn't mean that there isn't. So yeah, that's a bit of a downside. Like the Arca plate, everything else works nice about that. Nice locking mechanism on it. I just want more friction in that bit there. I have bought really, really cheap ball heads, which have got amazing friction control on. But then again, the price I paid for this tripod, I can't really argue, in all fairness, and compare them. It's not like for like. The other thing, spikes. It's got little rubber spikes on the end there, rather than any metal spikes or anything, which I sort of like. But, you know, at least it's got rubber and it's got a bit of a spike. It's got the best of both worlds. And I think for the money, they had to do something for that. And that's what they did. And fair play to them. They accomplished that. That was nice. The one thing that really annoyed me with this tripod is not the tripod itself. It was the fact that this tripod came in a plastic bag. Inside a bag which they provide, inside a box. And if this had been any other tripod, any other manufacturer should I say, I wouldn't have cared. But it's National Geographic. I expect them to be a bit more responsible to the environment and not use a blooming plastic bag when it's not needed. Why? Why use a plastic bag and ruin the environment for that? Really, National Geographic? Get with it. You don't need it. You're going to spend some money on that. What's the point? There's no need. That's my little rant out of the way anyway. So, is this worth it? Now, I bought this on Prime Day, which was amazingly cheap, and I mean amazingly. It's still cheap anyway for a travel tripod, and you get what you pay for, which is why I say it's all relative. So my gripes over the spikes, sort of gripe over the spike, the ball head especially, and the weight, you're not going to get better, I've got to be honest. And with the little bits that comes with, and the Allen keys and everything else, and the spare little bits, and the fact it's got a monopod and everything with it, you are going to be hard pushed to find anything that competes with this. I wasn't sure if this was going to be brilliant, but obviously with the National Geographic name associated with it, it's got to be fairly good. They're not going to put it to anything, and they succeeded. As far as I'm concerned, they have succeeded. For the price, you're not going to beat it. So if this is in your budget range, you're going to do really well with this. I think it's a fantastic piece of kit. Obviously, if you've got more to spend, you're going to have different things. You're going to be able to get carbon fibre, etc., etc. But that's not always applicable. And the other good thing about this, I don't need the bag necessarily to weigh it down when I've taken a photo with it, which is actually quite a good thing sometimes. So it will stay, we'll use it, and we'll use it for various bits and pieces. It's not going to be my daily driver, but, you know, it's in a different league, and that's not why I've reviewed it, really. Yeah, I'm impressed. Like, subscribe, really appreciate it. Help the channel out. It'd be good to see you back here again. If you've got another tripod that you think is equivalent to this for the price, put it in the comments down below. Let me look at it. I'd be quite interested to see that. Maybe I'll do a review, comparison against it, and we'll see. Because, yeah, it's nice to look at all this kit and see what's out there. We'll see you on the next one.